Tonight on KGW News, the prosecution rests. The defense is up next. We have the latest in the murder trial of a romance novelist accused of killing her husband.
Plus, it's a big-ticket project that crosses state lines as local officials make their push to get light rail over the I-5 bridge. But first,
we're going to lead the world and invest in ourselves, invest in the nation, and invest in our people. That's the place to start.
We're breaking down the investments President Biden highlighted during his Portland visit today and what that means in rebuilding our roads, bridges, and airports. Your news starts now. And we begin with a sight we haven't seen in the Rose City in years. Air Force One landing at PDX. The first of the president's 2 stops in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm David Molko. You might call it a pit stop with the president on the ground in Oregon for just under 4 hours, touting his bipartisan investment mega package amidst rock bottom approval ratings and the worst inflation this country has seen in 4 decades.
Let's bring in Alma McCarty now. And Alma, the centerpiece of the president's short visit, remarks all about infrastructure that felt at times a bit like a stump speech in places because, of course, it is a midterm election year.
And the primary here in Oregon is less than 4 weeks away. The president really wearing multiple hats here, the flag bearer of the Democratic Party, touting his successes and making promises to address our region's aging infrastructure.
We've fallen behind. We haven't invested in ourselves.
During his brief stop in Portland, President Biden addressed the shortcomings in American infrastructure, as well as his $1 trillion plus plan to fix them.
Bothers the heck out of me that there's this belief that we can't do big things anymore. But we can. We're proving we can. And we must build a better America. And a good place to start is right here in Portland.
PDX front and center, the president touting the millions to be invested at the airport, some of that funding to make sure the runway Air Force One landed on is earthquake ready.
I don't have to tell you, anyone here in Oregon, it sits on a major earthquake zone.
The president said more than $650 million will go to fix Oregon roads and bridges this year. Money through the Infrastructure Act will help replace lead pipes, expand high-speed internet, and invest in upgrades to help communities fight wildfires, floods, and droughts. Work, he says, will create locally thousands of jobs.
I'm more optimistic about America's potential today than I've been any time in my career.
Among those who believe in the president's message and the infrastructure plan, Congressman Peter DeFazio.
I've championed for years under both Democratic and Republican administrations. The last administration, while they talked really big, they produced nothing. But this president, President Biden, took on this challenge, and we are finally able to deliver for the American people.
Though Republican Congressman Cliff Bentz doubts Oregonians will see results anytime soon.
He's promising with one hand to put all this money into Oregon, and with the other saying, but he didn't say it loudly today, did he? Didn't even mention it. You may never see them because of the environmental issues. We need our roads, we need our bridges, we need our pipelines, we need our oil producing areas if we're going to have any effect on